Hey everybody, Jim here. Welcome back to the zone. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. Y'all come on in, sit down, pour yourself a cup of coffee or a glass of tea, relax for a few minutes. Now I've been doing these videos for a couple of years now, mostly over on Rumble. And I kind of decided that seeing that now we're over here on YouTube as well, that I'd take a few minutes and kind of give y'all the lowdown on who I am, what the channel's about, and all that. Now, me, I'm basically just your average baby boomer guy. I'm a husband, I'm a dad, I'm a grandpa. Just a pretty simple guy. I'm retired law enforcement. I spent 23 years as a correctional officer and a correctional supervisor. And in that 23 years, I worked at 2 or 3 of the toughest prisons in the country. Not the 3 toughest prisons in the country, but 3 of the toughest prisons in the country. I'm an avid fisherman. I love to camp. I love to be outdoors. If it's summertime and you don't see me outside unless it's just obnoxiously hot, you need to send somebody over to the house to check on me, because I'm either sick, laid up, or dead. To me, there is nothing like being on a lake right when the sun's coming up and that mist is hanging out over the water and you snag that first big fish. Nothing beats that in this whole world. There's nothing like sitting outside the tent by the campfire at night, drinking a Bud Light, listening to the radio, and just looking up at the stars. To me, that is pure heaven. I was raised down south. I grew up in North Mississippi. My ancestors were Scottish. They came over here through Ireland in the mid-1700s to North Carolina. They migrated up into the Appalachian Mountains, and as time passed by, they made their way down into North Mississippi, and that's where they settled as sharecroppers. So, yeah, I'm a southern guy living in Colorado. Imagine that. I am a martial arts instructor. I have studied and taught traditional Japanese karate for over 20 years. I developed a self-defense course called Defeat the Darkness. And, myself and my instructors taught in high schools and for women's clubs all over the place around here. Never charged a penny. And when we did charge money, we usually took that money and donated it to the Center for Abused Women, the local Center for Abused Women. If you look, this actual channel actually started out as a martial arts channel. There's still some karate videos on here. If you look hard enough, you'll find them. I'm a gun owner. I have a concealed carry permit. I am a huge advocate of gun rights. I'm a member of the NRA, which these days don't really mean a whole lot, because it seems to me over the past 8-10 years that the NRA has been pretty much neutered. But still, I'm a member of the NRA. I'm also a member of the Gun Owners of America. And for the past few years, I have actually been a prepper. Sorry, I kind of drifted off there for a moment. It's late. I've been up for a while. I've been a prepper. I've been prepping for about 8 years or so now. I started doing these videos about 2 years ago over on Rumble. And when I first started out, I had this vision of doing political videos, and I gave up on that pretty quick because I'm not that much of a political guy, believe it or not. I'm going to clear up a couple of things. First of all, the name Jim Shady. A lot of people ask me, how did you get the name Jim Shady? Well, when I retired from law enforcement, I wanted a regular job. I just wanted to be a regular person. You know, go to work, do my job, go home. So I took a part-time job at a big box store, retail, and went from part-time to full-time ended up getting into merchandising. And I transferred around to a couple, 3 stores, and when I landed at the one that I'm at now, there was a lady on the team. And by the way, shout out to you, Renee. Hope you guys are doing okay. I know you've had a rough spot here, so prayers are with you. But this lady looked at me, and I've never been that big of a guy, you know. She looked at me and she said, Slim Jim, Slim Jim Shady, Jim Shady. And that name stuck with me. Now I'm going to tell you something. I had heard of Eminem, but I had never heard the song, Will the Real Jim Shady Please Stand Up? But that's where the name came from. And it stuck, and that's where I've been since then. That is my nickname that I didn't pick. Somebody picked it for me. Sign of a real nickname. Now, as far as the channel goes, the Shady Zone. Yeah, a lot of it's got to do with that. A lot of it's got to do with the Jim Shady thing. But there's a part of that that people don't know. There's another part of that that people don't know. And it goes back to when I was a young man, and I worked on an oil and gas exploration crew, a seismic crew. And they were called doodle buggers back then. And I mean, I was a young buck. I was 19, 20 years old. I was 600 miles away from home, out on my own for the first time in my life. And working on this oil and gas exploration crew, a lot of people, they ride down the road or whatever, and they see these oil rigs out there pumping oil, and a lot of people don't have a clue where they came from. Well, it took an oil and gas exploration crew to come through there at one time and do the exploration for it to figure out where that goes. And what they do is, we called ourselves doodle buggers, like I said, or at least that's what we were called. And what happens is, you lay out a line of cable, and in the middle of that line of cable, there's what we call the shot guy. And they actually put dynamite down a hole and blow it up down deep inside the earth, and it makes seismic vibrations. The geophones, which are attached to the line, measure those vibrations and can tell you where there's water, where there's oil, where there's gas. And the thing about it is the surveyors go out and they make that line. They survey that line where you're going to go, because they kind of got an idea where things may be. And you stick to that line. You go through whatever is in your way. I have waded through swamp water up to my chest. I have swam across canals. I damn near drowned swimming across a canal trying to take a cable across a canal one time. I have climbed over deadwood or deadfall that would scare the crap out of a normal person. But anyway, if you've ever been in East Texas in the middle of July and been out in the middle of just an empty barren pasture, and the heat's just beating down on you, and off in the distance you see a tree, one tree standing out in the middle of that pasture. You get a break, and that's where you head. You get under that tree, because you know what? The tree's providing some shade, and that shade's providing some relief from that sun. So that's where the Shady Zone comes from. It's a relief from the heat. It's someplace that people can come, where you can talk, where you can listen, where you can learn, where you can share your own ideas. That's what this is about. It's been a work in progress. It really has. As I said, I started out trying to do the political thing, and I come to the realization that politics is just not there's plenty of people out there doing political things. Okay, I started doing these videos. I had a change of heart, started doing videos where I wanted to help people, where I wanted to show people things. And there's a lot of people that they don't understand the meaning behind the videos. They don't understand the name of the channel, and they just make assumptions. A lot of them make assumptions without even watching the videos. I had a guy comment one time over on Facebook, said something along the lines of, who the hell would buy anything from an outfit called the Shady Zone? Now, obviously, this guy didn't watch any of the videos, because if you've watched my videos, I don't sell anything. Now, occasionally I'll do a video and I'll do a review on a gun holster or something like that. But I don't sell anything on my videos. You know, the thing about it is especially over on Facebook, you know, the land of the trolls. People will, you know, they'll see the video, they see the title to it, they'll take a look at it, and they just automatically make an assumption as to what it is. I can't tell you the times that, or the comments that I've got that were, and you can tell when nobody watches the video and they just make a comment. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of introduce ourselves to all the new people that are seeing us over on YouTube for the first time. We're happy to be here. We're expanding. It feels pretty darn good to me. Hopefully it's going to grow. And speaking of which, we've decided to do a giveaway. When we get to 50 subscribers on the channel, I'm going to give away this handy dandy knife. I got this knife free from a company, and I think it goes for like $33 on their website. When we get up to 50 subscribers, I'm going to give it to somebody. I got a program I'm going to download that will automatically go through the subscribers and pick somebody. And this is a pretty decent little knife. I know it doesn't look like much. I'm going to hold it up where you can see it a little bit better. It comes with a real nice little Kydex sheath here. The knife itself is just a straight piece of metal. Okay, it's got some cordage wrapped around it for a handle. The really great thing about it is, I'm going to kind of get up close here. I'm going to block my own face out. It's got this little serrated area right here, and it's got this little finger groove right here, so it fits really well in your hand, and it's got an edge on it. Believe me, it's got an edge on it. Now the sheath itself is like I said, it's Kydex, it's plastic. It has a it's got a belt clip on the back. It's got holes where you can, you know, thread your belt through it. But the thing about this is the knife actually fits in real well. This little dimple right here, actually that bump right there on the knife fits right into that, and it seals up pretty good. This makes a good neck knife. You put you some cordage around it, you wear it inside your shirt, and you've got a neck knife. So when we get to 50 subscribers, we're going to give this away. Okay, I'm looking at, hopefully when we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to do some live chats. I'm looking forward to that. I really enjoy watching them on other channels. So kind of looking at expanding, kind of looking at doing some things like that. I hope you guys will stick with me. I hope that you'll share the videos if you like them. I've started migrating videos over here off of Rumble, and I'm getting some pretty good, you know, feedback from it. I've got some other creators that I'm kind of friends with, and I'm getting some pretty good feedback from them. And yeah, it's kind of rough, and it's, you know, we're growing, we're evolving. That's all I can say right now. But stick with me, you know. If you like what you see in some of the other videos, then hit that subscribe button. Go down and give me a thumbs up. Push on the little bell where you'll get an alert when we do a new video. Until the next time, you guys stay safe. God bless, and we'll see you soon.